Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, The Lazy Bookworm. I'm Rebecca, and in this video I'm going to talk all about Greek mythology. I have started to become interested in Greek mythology in the last couple of weeks, and I recently got some books out from the library about Greek mythology. I don't know much about it. I just kind of know the basics, like from what I've seen on mainly movies and TV. But so I have to admit, I don't know much about Greek mythology. I am no expert by any means. So I got a couple of books out from the library and I've been reading those, which has been really cool, and I've been doing that for a few weeks. But also I went to an exhibition that was held at the museum here in Auckland about ancient Greece, and that was really cool, and I actually managed to get some footage, so this will be my kind of first vlog. So in a minute I will kind of show you the footage I took from when I went to the exhibition about a week ago, and then afterwards I will come back and give you my thoughts on the books I've read about ancient Greek mythology. So here we go.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, I'm just coming back from the exhibition at Auckland Museum about the ancient Greeks. It was a really cool exhibition. I really enjoyed it. There was many like statues and lots and lots of pottery, which was really quite cool. I'm not really into pottery, but it was actually really interesting, like seeing their like vases and urns, because they would have like pictures of like depicting certain scenes. So that was really interesting to see. That was my trip to the Auckland Museum, to the ancient Greek exhibition. As I said, I really enjoyed it. As I said before, apart from going to the exhibition, I've also been reading a few books on Greek mythology. And so the first one I read was Tales of the Greek Heroes by Roger Lancelin Green. I think that's how you, yeah. First off, I just love the cover. It's one of the puffin cloth bound editions, And yeah, I just really like the cover, and it's a bit embossed, which is really nice. I found this actually a really great introduction to the Greek heroes and the Greek myths overall. Focused on like gods, heroes like Achilles, but also characters like Medusa, and it was really accessible. I really enjoyed it. I read that book alongside Stephen Fry's Heroes, which I will put. I haven't read Fry's Mythos yet, but it did say in the introduction that you don't have to read Mythos to be able to read and enjoy Heroes. I would like to read Mythos though. I'm hoping to read that maybe in the next couple of months. I liked Heroes. If I had to describe it, it's sort of a cross between this and a kind of modern retelling, I guess, of some of the legends and myths. It's not like a retelling like Songs of Achilles. It's basically the myths kind of retold in sort of modern language, if that makes sense. I liked it, but I have to say I actually preferred Tales of the Greek Heroes better. I feel I got more of an understanding of the different heroes and the different characters and how they fit into the whole world of Greek mythology, how they sort of related to each other, what they did, etc. So after reading those, I decided to look at the original texts themselves, both from Homer, and it is the Iliad and the Odyssey. I listened to both of these via audiobook. The Iliad is basically about Achilles and how he is involved in the whole Battle of Troy. I knew some of the story just because watching Hollywood films like Troy, but it was really interesting to actually listen to the sort of original text. And the Odyssey is basically about this man Odysseus, who was involved in the Trojan Wars, and he goes back to his homeland, but he gets horribly lost, and that's where the term Odyssey comes from, where basically someone goes on an Odyssey every which way. I like the fact that I read them together. I'm not saying I would recommend it, but there's definitely like connections between the two, mainly like the Trojan War, and there's references particularly to the Odyssey of the Trojan War, particularly the fall of Troy, when Odysseus hears that Troy has fallen. I guess if I had to choose one, I have to say I much prefer the Odyssey. I really like the Odyssey. I just like the different places he went to. I was always rooting for him, hoping that he gets back home. I also really felt for his crew. I mean, you hear about Odysseus and his drama and his extremely hard and difficult journey back home, but he also had a crew behind him. It wasn't just him alone on a ship. He had several men with him, and I actually really felt for them, you know, and it would be really interesting to know if there was like a kind of retelling from the point of view of his crew members. That would be really interesting. I did enjoy both books. So this is my very brief foray into Greek mythology. I definitely would like to read more either on Greek mythology or about Greek mythology. I feel I have enough of a grounding, especially in the story of Achilles and the Odyssey, to be able to read in particular Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which I've been wanting to read for ages, but I felt I should read at least a little bit about Achilles first before I read Song of Achilles. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my first vlog and enjoyed coming with me to the Auckland Museum. I wish I had filmed more, and apologies again if the video is a little shaky. It was my first time doing it and I didn't have a tripod with me, so but yeah, so until next video, I'll see you later.